Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I am here on the show, and I am here to talk about Monday Night Raw. Excuse me. I'm here to talk about Monday Night Raw for tonight. So, AJ Lee speaks on her huge return that happened on Friday. Rusev and Penta for the first time ever happened tonight. Another LA Knight versus the Vision main event. It's always the same main event with these shows. It's always the same main event. They need something creative for this show. I don't know. Like, show felt kind of flat. And Jey Uso teases a nasty attitude after Uso's reunion. Seeing the Usos back together shouldn't be the only way they can get Jimmy some direction, since Jey turned into the bigger star. Jimmy is the only member of the original bloodline not to hold a title by himself. But the Usos, they really should have been together really this whole time. So, it's good to see the Usos, I guess, back together. But those are really the main things that happened, I would say. But did be rolled into the Fiserv Forum in Milwaukee, with a show focused on hyping Friday's joint AAA presentation, Worlds Collide, as well with WrestlePalooza, the premium live event on ESPN 8 days later. So, what went down with CM Punk and Seth Rollins were in the same building just days after AJ Lee's return and attack on Becky Lynch. What do the Usos, seemingly reunited, have to say to the universe? We'll address that now. Well, I guess it's always the same start. It's a promo to start these shows. Like, I want to just give me a wrestling match to open the show. Just change it up at some points. Like, it was a good segment, but like, give me something different, dude. Come on. But as for the show itself, my overall thoughts. WrestlePalooza feels like a legitimately huge show, and I guess this week's Raw did a good job of hyping it up. We had the addition of 2 high-profile matches in the Usos versus the Vision, and CM Punk and AJ Lee versus Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch, the latter of which was set up in the most significant segment of the night. The Bloodline saga appears to be reintroducing itself in the form of Jey Uso's descent and becoming exactly what he fought against when he broke free of Roman Reigns' control and set out his own path. Add to that, impending match between Io and Stephanie, and the mounting tensions between the former and her Damage Control teammates Asuka and Kairi, as well as involving Rhea. So some things something to watch there in the women's division. It was solid in ring action, capped off the broadcast to it's like an above average. It feels like most of these Raws are just, there's good in ring action. I don't know, shows just feel flat. But yeah, let's go over the show. So we start off with the Usos. They cut a promo to start the show. Last time in action as a team was March 24th against Austin Theory and Grayson Waller. Remember that tag team. On the heels of an apparent reunion, Jimmy and Jey kicked off Raw, prepared to address the universe, to address the WWE Universe. Before the future Hall of Fame duo could say much, Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed interrupted. The heels earned the Twins a fate similar to that suffered by Roman, who remains laid up following the assault suffered at the heads of the division at the Clash in Paris. The Usos, they got united, laying down a challenge for a match for tonight, to which the heels declined, instead opting for WrestlePalooza. LA Knight, yeah, attacked Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker. Chaos ensues. Baby faces stood tall to close the segment. I mean, it was solid for what it was. It's just always the same thing. It's always Jey in the division, Roman in the Vision, the Vision cutting a promo by themselves. It's the same thing they open with these shows. It's not that big of a complaint, but I just want them to do something different. I mean, I guess they did with the Usos reuniting, so. I mean, it's just an effortless chemistry and comfort that Jimmy and Jey exude, or how the fuck you say that word. when working together that neither has when they're apart. That does not mean they should always be a team moving forward, especially considering the latter's success as a single star, but this is obvious nonetheless. This is a fun, I guess, inoffensive start to the show that set up a PLE match. Continued Knights and Vendetta against the Vision. Continue to tease tension between the Megastar and Jay, which is logical given the developments of recent weeks, but it was solid. AJ Styles versus El Grande Americano. 1 week after Americano interfered on behalf of Mysterio to seal his successful Intercontinental Championship against Styles, the masked luchador squared off with the Phenomenal One. Actually, before this, AJ Styles got some type of promo. I think it was probably a work promo, I think. I saw this. I'm like, probably a work promo. They actually uploaded this on their YouTube channel. He went off on Monday Night Raw officials. So that was a good segment, I thought, with AJ Styles. Even if it's a work promo, that's really kind of how I feel. Triple H just doesn't want to. Probably just doesn't want to give him one last title ring. But a raging Styles dominated early, but the appearance of a second Americano allowed the first to seize control of the match through the commercial break. Another Americano. The babyface fought his way back, pushing his opponent and leaving him begging off. Second Americano attempted to interfere on behalf of the original for the second time, but LWO's Dragon Lee cut him off, allowing Styles to counter a roll-up attempt with the Styles Clash for the win. With this, it was solid for what it was. Styles and Americano have some strong chemistry, but it is hard not to notice that the former is above this mid-card feud and should probably be utilized elsewhere on the show. Such as in the main event, where he could be a great addition to the title picture as another top-tier babyface targeting Rollins' world title. I would say probably one of the best wrestlers. Always loved AJ Styles from Impact. And since he's come to WWE. He should not be in a mid-card feud with El Grande Americano. I don't know how many times I have to say this. I'm just over this Americano shit. Sure, I guess it was funny to start, but now it's just, I don't care. AJ Styles should be above this. This could be his last year, and you're wasting matches with El Grande Americano, Ludwig Kaiser. He should be in the main event picture. Shouldn't be in a mid-card feud. Especially when he said this past SummerSlam could be his last one, so. And he ain't getting any younger, so I don't know what the fuck Triple H is doing. This match was fine for what it was, and the multiple Americano gimmick, I guess, is fun enough, if you want to say that. But this felt like more of the same rather than a segment that advanced anything in any meaningful ways. It didn't really advance anything. I just don't like this Americano shit now. I just think it's boring. Backstage, Adam Pearce revealed that Stephanie Vaquero was unable to travel to Raw, so her contract signing with Io Sky is canceled. A confrontation between Nikki and Asuka led to a match between them later in the night. Oh boy, great. Lyra versus Raquel Rodriguez. So in this match, she used her size and strength early on to cut off Valkyrie's onslaught and seize control ahead of the commercial break. The aggressor targeted her opponent's back, punishing her and taking the former Intercontinental Champion's core strength away from her. Valkyrie powered through her opponent's resistance in the corner, delivered a sunset flip powerbomb to turn tie back in her favor. His chance of this is awesome reigned from the crowd in Milwaukee. Valkyrie tried for Nightwing, but her back injury, coupled with the distraction from Roxanne, allowed Rodriguez to recover momentarily. Back and forth ensued late, culminating with a heel blocking a top rope leg drop and attempt and delivering the Tahana Bomb for the pinfall victory. Raquel defeats Lyra. This is a strong match. Actually, much better than I anticipated. But I mean, Lyra's damn good in the ring, and Raquel's actually has got better in the ring. She's improving. She improves every week, and Valkyrie is probably one of the best wrestlers probably in the Raw brand. It's had great chemistry, and the result was a pleasant surprise. I thought this would just be an okay filler match, but it's actually good. Backstage, Rusev interrupted a conversation between Pierce and Penta demanding a championship opportunity. Same time the Luchador was, the confrontation ended with a match for later in the show being made. AJ Lee returns to Raw, made her first Raw appearance in a decade, drawing a huge reaction from the fans as in Milwaukee. She skips to the ring wearing the Women's Intercontinental Championship. She said, "Keep you waiting, huh?" She said, drawing chants of welcome back, welcome back. She said, "For those of you who were not here 10 years ago and aren't sure why your millennial parents were excited last Friday," she said, it started a promo injecting her personality immediately. She said, "What is happening? The fuck is happening?" Oh, this stupid shit. So she recapped the last decade of her life, including going to therapy, to which the fans chanted, "Therapy, therapy, therapy." She talked about watching Raw for the first time in a long time and seeing CM Punk in the same ring as Becky Lynch, who belittled him. This brought out the man who trash-talked the fans, cut down Punk, and took exception to Lee wearing her title. She challenged Lynch to go get her championship, to which the heel responded by referring to her as a Jersey trash bag weirdo. She questioned where Punk was, claiming he was hiding behind his wife, and called for her hot husband, end quote. Rollins arrived on the scene, joining Lynch in the aisle and drawing "You both suck chants." He suggested Lee give the title back, to which the popular competitor said she can give Lynch another black eye, or the heel champions can meet her and Punk in a tag team match. Rollins met Lee in the ring and attempted to take the title back, but found himself cut off by an antagonistic protagonist. Punk joined the fray. Joined the fray and set Rollins up for the GTS, only for the heel to narrowly escape. Joined his wife at ringside, frustrated, accepted the challenge for a match at WrestlePalooza. This was a great segment. Backstage, Jay told his brother Jimmy that he's not worried about LA Knight or fending off the Vision, to which the latter said, "You're sounding like Roman." Jay responded, telling his brother, "Maybe sounding like myself ain't working anymore." A great bit of seed planting there. But while a little on the longer side, this was a big selling point tonight's show, and AJ Lee's still damn good. Her personality's up front. She held her own against the typically pretty good Becky Lynch on the mic and endeared herself to the audiences, both old and new, that the segment ended with another huge match for WrestlePalooza, as we figured, and an advertisement for therapy only enhanced its quality. She talked about that. Penta versus Rusev. Penta weathered the storm early, surviving everything Rusev threw at him, while the Bulgarian Brute controlled the pace of the match as he managed to come back following the commercial break. However, New Day and Waller made their presence felt. The Luchador avoided the distraction, delivered a code red for a near fall. Later, as Penta scaled the ropes, Woods halted his momentum momentarily, letting Rusev recover, catch his flying opponent with a Machaka kick for the victory. A Machka kick. The latest Bayley video aired. In it, she sported black, flashed hints of a dark side, and asked for forgiveness from Lawler, but admitted that she can't forgive herself. We heard the voices of her heel alter ego mocking her, telling her to do what's right. "I'll make it right," she said / warned to close the latest vignette. This should have been a better match, but for the third time in 3 matches, a distraction of some sort led to the finish. It's just an uncreative booking trope that has plagued WWE television as of late and has increasingly been met with criticism. Sure, Rusev wins, but it doesn't matter when 3 other guys cost Penta, especially the New Day and Grayson Waller. The New Day and Grayson Waller dead axe in 2025. It is a question that Triple H and his creative team are not asking themselves enough, leading to a predictable and repetitive product. This should have been a better match than it was, but there's just so many distractions. Sure, just give Rusev a clean win if you want to have him beat Penta. But Penta shouldn't be taking this many losses. But if you're going to have Rusev win, at least have it be clean. I mean, my God, it's not that fucking hard to ask for. Nikki Bella, Asuka. Asuka defeated Nikki Bella. Asuka dominated early. Worked over Bella through the break. She absorbed everything Asuka threw. She caught her in the Asuka lock, forced a tap out. This was an interesting match, and Asuka dominated for the most part. It was whatever. Judgment Day took exception to Dominic's absence, leading to the Intercontinental Champion storming off. Perez went after him, offering her help. LA Knight versus Bronson Reed. I mean, it was a decent main event. The story of Knight needing someone to watch his back may have hit a little harder had we not seen the same story develop with Styles earlier in the show. That this being a higher profile program means it hits harder, but the creative team must be more careful not to repeat it. But the match was almost secondary to everything that came after it. It's just, I really don't care for didn't care for the main event. Knight made the save with a steel chair and helped Jimmy to his feet, only to be on the receiving end of a spear from Jay, who drew boos and was overheard telling his brother, "We good now." Bronson Reed defeated LA Knight in a decent match, but yeah. But that's all to say here. Leave a like, comment, subscribe for more. Until next time, like, peace, and have a good night. Leave a like, comment, subscribe for more, and leave your thoughts on Monday Night Raw in the comments below.